Josh Kerr, though, just a little bit further back than I thought.
Oakley, it's Josh Kerr, the reigning world champion, on his shoulder. Arrow, the 800 meter specialist.
Welcome to the fucking show.
Grand Slam track, volume 2.
Volume dose. But now we're feeling good. Travel was easy. Ran late last night, and just got some media obligations this morning.
Yeah. Then just a traditional prior day to race day.
Yeah, getting some carbs in, protein, a little bit of fruit, and drinking out of plastic again. You see, had a little bit of a glass nightmare a couple of minutes ago. Wonder whose fault that was.
Rumour has it we need to go to VAR for that one.
Watch his boot. It just brushes the side of Matt Phillips' leg. I don't think that's a penalty.
Westy.
I don't know where it started, but it's basically who would win in a fight, one gorilla or 100 men?
Phenomenal question.
Great question.
Is it like straight up, like hands only?
I think so.
Then men.
You think 100 men?
100 men? Yeah. Well, I guess you have to choke it out, but like, that seems, depends who your men are.
100 of us.
100 of us, we might struggle. A couple pints in you though, you'll be fine.
That's 4 weeks of training day post Kingston.
Really smooth, man. I think like, once you get your first set of exam results, you know kind of what to work on. And so we've done really well of just like not panicking and just kind of focused on the important stuff, and that is how can we win these races. So I feel really confident. I can confidence this time versus like, I felt very antsy last time just because I hadn't raced for a while. So it feels good to be back, a little bit more familiar.
Did you change anything or kind of just more of what you know and work?
I mean, once you have to go through kind of like racing a lot to kind of figure out what's working for you at that moment and what's not. And so, yeah, we didn't really change much from a physical kind of load standpoint, but from, you know, approach, mental approach, everything like that, I think we're changing quite a lot. You're holding firm on that one, eh?
Pretty stressful afternoon.
You've got me in an absolute pickle, mate.
Look worried.
Yeah.
A lot on your mind, fella.
Yeah, just super stressing out about these races coming up. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out.
You take all the time you need, buddy.
Appreciate it. This is not making me look less like CJ. But it's me, Joshy boy.
She was like, yo, I was like bowling. She was like, so, wanna hit BTs, wanna hit Scarlets, wanna hit Tootsies, baby, let's go. She was more like Inca, I'm talking about a killer. I put her on the mic, beat it up like Thriller.
Electrolyte sponsored by Redacted. No free ads. We're gonna do a 90-second kind of up tempo, which is, I think maybe gonna run into these guys a touch, but they'll be all right. And then I've got a slower 300 at 47, and then a hard 200, and then some starts, and then we're good. Looking forward to it.
They titties look just like Babe Rock, but they ass from the 305. You can do a lot on Deco Drive, or you can do a lot on my Deco now. She said, hey, I said, dímelo. She was too hot, I couldn't say no. So I closed the tab, jumped straight in the car when I'm straight, got Ultra, yeah, straight to the mo.
What's going on today, and what are the goals?
Well, we just got a classic 400. You know, we do it every race. The goal is to be better than last time.
What were we, 63?
63.9.
Coach, what were we thinking?
63.97.
Okay. What are predictions?
Predictions are 62.9.
Wow.
I want to break 63.
Anything under 63.9 would mean that this track is faster than Jamaica. I think one thing is going to make you faster.
Oh, now this is the stuff of dreams. I'm actually just going to run off and keep this. Sub 60. Sub 60. Oh, this, I feel elite.
Russian roulette sexy. Body speaking Spanish.
3, 2, 1. Go SD.
There's nothing like it. Just let's go.
We're getting better, boys. I think we're getting better. What was it?
Let's figure it out.
We get better every day.
Yeah, 62.2. It's the fastest track that we've been on.
This is rapid. This is rapid, boys. It's all fun and games. We're learning. Watch out, Philly.
Pre-night dinner, what we got?
So we do a lot of quiet on set. This is so much more difficult. This is the closed set.
This is the first scripted thing you've had to say in 6 YouTube videos, and we're currently on our 4th take.
This piece of rice keeps falling. What is wrong with you? Baby?
Crusher, come on, mate. Put all that media training into use.
Hey, what's up?
My name's Josh.
That's Josh. Okay, so we are about 24. Oh no!
Laramar, do you want to do it for him?
I don't know.
Josh is racing the 1500 meter tomorrow. He ate his salad before the camera could catch it, but we have a delicious dinner by Chef Jamil here. We have some steak, some rice, some cauliflower, some carrots, some mushrooms. Unsure of the macros here, but we're gonna start putting those on the videos.
Next scene. Transition.
Good evening.
Hey, Danny.
You're on with the boys.
Sure. Yeah. So I was thinking about this a little bit. How's the wind look? I didn't look at.
It was a touch windy.
Yeah.
But it's
going to be windy?
Well, I don't know about tomorrow, but it was a touch windy today at race time. I would say that the wind's the opposite is what it was in Jamaica. It will be in your face on the back stretch.
Forecast is projected for 8 miles an hour in between 5 and 6 p.m.
But the track is not protected like Hayward is.
No, it's not.
Yeah. There's a chance it's tactical still a little bit.
Yeah.
More looking at it from like where you're at. You're in better shape, much better shape than you were a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like if I'm comparing where Yard would be or Cole, I would be surprised if it's even physically possible for them to make the gains that you would have made over the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Just because where they're starting from, where you're starting from.
Yeah.
When you're in better shape, you just make better decisions.
Yeah.
Like you look smarter when you're out there racing, even if your decisions aren't better.
Yeah.
So
I just commit better, I think.
You get away with a little bit more. I think you can be a little bit more relaxed.
You know, stay connected for the first lap. Make sure my positioning is good on that second lap. React a little bit on the third lap, and then have some patience and poise on the last lap and just send that home stretch. Because I do think, you know, listen, if we were fit enough last time, that mistake down with 250 to go wouldn't have made a difference. However, because of where we're at, it does. And so I feel really good. I felt very good since we've landed all week. Felt great today. And so I think the changes that we've made in training, especially from the way that we're approaching like caffeine and what I'm doing on a day-to-day, I think is making a huge difference. And so I'm just going to trust myself on it, but I think we're all pretty aligned on it. I think a late run at it is going to be the way that we win it, as long as we can keep the heart rate low and not act too emotionally throughout the race, and just hold on to as much energy as we can, because top end speed, you know, I can fight with these guys. Well, I don't think we're going in overconfident. I think we know exactly where we're at, which we've seen from the first race, and we're just looking to progress with these tactics, and I think that's going to put us in a really good spot to win. So, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Morning. Race day again, baby. First question, Crusher. Have you done your fantasy team?
Did you this morning?
No, you got time. You have time. Just helping a friend out, Laramar.
What a nice guy. That's the leader of the pack right there.
a good night's sleep, mate?
No. Solid night's sleep. I was planning on getting up slightly earlier, but that's alright. I like to get through the day like I normally do, but you know, everyone's feeling nice and hoppy and excited. So I saw Cherry out there doing like the slowest jog of all time this morning. So I gave him the eyes and that. And I gave him the pleasure, I said hi to him. I was being nice. Yes.
Feeling poppy? Good. Let's start from
Race day treatment?
Yeah, just trying to make sure my body's moving properly so that we can get ready for. I only do my shakeout like 5 hours before the race, so coming up to that. So the body moving well, and then get it stretched out a little bit. So
what's the shakeout consist of today?
So I'm going to do probably like 10 minutes. Obviously just did a little bit of movement prep, and just trying to get that done a little bit earlier this time so that we can kind of roll into this feeling better, and then chill for an hour or so, and then get some more food and get to the track. So yeah.
There's no cool way to do jumping jacks. I'll say that for a fact.
Let's hear some comments about your jumping jack. Forget that in the video.
Yeah.
Technical
let me know
advice.
what you think about my jumping jacks. I'm sure it's super positive. Yeah, let me know.
Lunch? Smells good.
Yeah, mate, it looks class. Keep it very simple on race day, to be honest. So, that's probably like a similar version of what my lunch normally looks like for Mondays. But, just chicken and rice.
So you'll have, obviously already had breakfast, have this, and then you'll eat one more time before the race?
Yeah, so we'll do this, have a pancake, and then from there we'll do the bicarb and then some caffeine. This is pretty much it. Carbon up.
Look at these works of art.
More accessible.
Child's edition, because we know Josh is such a kid. Dillard's special.
Nah, the sack's on 50C now. Went to New York, Paris, just couldn't find it, so I thought, where's the third capital of fashion in the world? And it was Albuquerque. So
wow.
I was like, oh wow, how lucky are we? And he was like, oh, thank you so much for yesterday, like we put something together already. I was like, oh, did you make me look good? He went, I made you look like you. And I was like, shame. That doesn't sound good.
So last piece of consumption.
Yeah, no, coffee.
Some caffeine for the first time in a while.
Bouncing off the walls.
Will you finish that before the race?
Yeah.
So where they go, 3 3/4 laps of the track. Conditions pretty good, a little bit of a breeze down the back straight.
Josh Kerr, though, just a little bit further back than I thought.
Harry's probably heard you in his ears thinking, yeah, I need to be a little bit closer to my two big rivals. Negusli, it's Josh Kerr, the reigning world champion, on his shoulder. Arrow, the 800-meter specialist. Are we going to see a repeat of what happened in Kingston? Cole Hocker, who normally would be so good here, has got to find a gap on the inside. He's got to hope that Negusli moves out in the home straight. Kerr moves wide. And on the inside, Hocker's got no space here. It's Josh Kerr, the reigning world champion, who's just found a little bit extra this time. And he's going to get to the line first. Kerr takes it from Hocker. The three specialists finally got out
run such a smart race, and he did. I was worried he wasn't going to get in there and have that sharpness.
Race winner. Mate, I've nailed more points than I got last slam in one fucking 3.5 minute race. Come on the bottles.
I was present to hear you say you take a buyout.
Yes, I did. I said I'll take a 50k buyout clause if Michael wants to give it to me. I think that's a fair shot. Anyone else want to watch from the stands tomorrow with 50 G's in their back pocket? I do. Nah, I'm excited to race tomorrow, but let's get this warm down done and get some of Jamil's Meals on Wheels in me, and then we're going to be in a good spot. But
bet that felt good, huh?
Just good to win, man. It was one of those things where I'm like, I feel so good. I'm kind of worried that everyone feels like this, but they weren't pulling away from me, and I was like, all right, that's fine. I'll just wait and wait and wait. And then there was a little gap that was closing at 110. I was like, get out of here now, or else you might run out of room. And then I caught them within the first 25 meters, and I was like, ooh, maybe I've gone a bit early here, but I just relaxed the shoulders, got to the line, and just remember the cues that Danny and Julian were giving me over, like when I was sprinting last week, which is just keep my arm in and making sure that I'm not doing any energy leaks. And you know, we were able to put together a performance out there that finally represents who we are, and that's someone that can win a race if it's fast, if it's slow, regardless of the pressure on the event. And so it's nice to be back on the top of the podium, and hopefully just going to keep doing what I'm doing over the next 3-4 weeks and put another 1500 out there that we can be proud of. But now it's all about 800, all about tomorrow, and then enjoying the week with my family. So it's fun. I'm enjoying it. Who the fuck is teaching you how to run this shit, dude? I don't know who's fucking teaching you how to run this, but this is not okay, Marco. Go back to the 800.
Oh shit. Miami, the bass and the sunset low. Every day like a Mardi Gras. Everybody party all day, no work, all play, okay? So we sip a little something, leave the rest to spill. Me and Charlie at the bar running up a high wheel, nothing less than ill. When we dress to kill.
I do with lateral arm swing, 8 front lunge to standing, and then 30-meter light skip front arm swings with 20 jumpers.
I'm walking home now.
I'm going up Kilimanjaro.
It's the type of town I can spend a few days in. Miami, the city that keeps the roof blazing. Party in the city where the heat is on all night on the beach to the break of dawn. Welcome to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. Bouncing in the club where the heat is on all night on the beach to the break of dawn.
You're so good. We're gonna find a poo under the bed, aren't we?
It's okay because Daddy won.
It's a trip. Ladies have dress full of your quip, and they be screaming out. So I'm thinking
it's so funny because you and Thomas came up to me and said, would you mind being interviewed? We'll just ask you what event you're here for. And I said, well, I'm Josh's mum. And he's like, oh, and this is his fiance. And he was like,
come to town, they be spotting me in the drop Bentley, ain't no stopping me. Party in the city where the heat is on.
Your day looked pretty similar today, Josh, compared to yesterday.
Feeling pretty stressed. Is that typically how you straddle the couch?
What?
That's the body feel. Yeah, the body feels. I mean, we're about 12 hours out, 10 hours out. Feels a bit. I'd take a buyout clause.
It's pretty much the same each race day. Or we try to keep it consistent, so it doesn't mess with him mentally, or we stay on a routine.
Is this a normal part of the routine, or just a little?
It's just a normal part of life. I think trying to normalize everything that you do at a race than you would do in your normal life makes it a bit easier. So we'll see. See if he's going to win the day. This was my 800 from Jamaica. Absolute poo bag.
I thought he was in there still asleep.
No, to be fair, I wasn't lying though. Nailing it.
This looks new.
Yeah. So we just thought we'd change it up a little bit and have the exact same meal.
Hey, it's even worked yesterday.
Exactly. No, this is just your basics, mate. We go again.
I finished up shakeout. The body's starting to feel really good. This morning, obviously, it took me a while to go to sleep. I hadn't had coffee in a while, so it definitely played with me. Didn't get to sleep probably till 2-ish, and so I got probably 5.5 hours, 6 hours maybe. and then I had another hour and a half nap. So feel good. Did some stuff on the table. Did some stuff with my mum to kind of get my back and my glutes moving and activated. Shook out and did some of that, the strides and the hops and all that stuff, Danny. And yeah, we're in a good spot. You know, I'm in two minds about it, and I think we all are a little bit, where it's like, what way do we play this? Do we play the points or do we play the fitness? And I think, you know, the stuff that we changed from like even some of the pre-meet stuff and some of the stuff that we changed in the sessions coming in and like energy levels coming in, I think are so high that that's what's going to make a big difference in the first kind of 600 for confidence. And so that's going to be the biggest teller for me, is keeping an eye on the splits, but I'm just going to listen to my body and try and pretty much learn what I learned, or use what I learned yesterday, which is like keep as much energy as I can for that last 150, because there's going to be a lot of changes. And I think I'm just sniping people that last 100. I think that's the goal. Not the most specific tactics in the world, but it's kind of just a fuck it, send it kind of situation, I think, today, boys. Alright, well, I need to shower up, but I'll speak to you guys in a little bit.
To remind you, Kerr with the 12 points, Nagus did well, 8, Hocker 6, the 1500 guys there, then you get into the 800 men after that. Conditions pretty much perfect, just a slight zephyr of a wind down the back straight. Well, it started pretty steady, and it's not super quick, but 51.6 is decent. Then Nagus following her up. They've got to be closer. He's moving away from them, and it's a pretty smart move by the Canadian. Hangura and Ball, the other 800-meter specialist. Kerr's got to get closer. If Hank's not going to make it, it looks as though Arab's going to hang on, but will he? Right down to the last few meters. The Canadian just has enough. Then Hangura. Kerr comes in 5th place. That is going to be very, very close. He might just have enough. Does he know? He knows. He knows.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. You know what? I'm pumped for him. I know we have to kind of stay neutral when we're on the mic, but listen, this guy's been through a lot the last 7 months. He put on such a show the last couple years. Look at how excited his family is in the crowd. Look at that. But A-Rope, wow, did he put on a show today as well. He is so strong.
Filling that space, eh? Got some good names on here.
Yeah, go ahead, Jersey.
Anyone else knackered? I'm absolutely cream cracked. It was everything it needed to be. I think running a PB after the performance in Kingston was huge, a real good stepping stone. Gives us good momentum going into Philly, and that we can keep trusting what we're doing. But you know, it's weird coming away with 5th and then obviously being the slam champ. It's a bit of a mixed emotions on the actual day of the race, but really good progress from Jamaica, and that's all we can ask for. You know, you saw that a little bit after the fact. You know, being able to celebrate with family and friends and staff and coaching staff and everyone. So I think it makes a big difference. But yeah, look, having a sellout crowd, I think, shows that Grand Slam know what they're doing. We're progressing with the event, and I think, I'm going to watch back, obviously, all the coverage and see what it looks like at home. And I think we're putting on a pretty good show, and if we keep turning up and doing that, then people are going to come out and watch.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thanks for waiting. All right, thank you. Thanks for is Jakob just scared of you?
Mate, you said that, not me, I'm sure. First Slam champ. What's on the cards for the rest of the weekend? It'd be kind of the next few weeks.
Yeah, I think just doubling down on what we're doing over the next month or so before Philly, but we're going to enjoy this one. It took us a lot of hard work to get to here. Yeah, it should be a fun couple of days with family, and then we'll get back to the hard work tomorrow morning. So yeah, you got to enjoy it, but you got to know that there's a lot of work to go.
Oh.
You've had the most interviews out of all of us this weekend.
Media train. Worth the trip over?
Absolutely. Super proud. A PB in an 800 after winning the 15. I don't think we could have asked for anything more than that. So super, super proud.
Yeah, Jill's been electric on the table this week, so you know it's been good work, but we got more work to do, and I think we're gonna fire it up for Philly.
There's one question everybody's dying to know. What are you gonna do with that 100K?
I think we're going Vegas, putting on red. What do you reckon? Let's do it. We got to cover those expenses from Jamaica, so
We can go next weekend.
yeah. That's the plan. Buy stock in Grand Slam and put the rest on red.
I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 baby.
Every Monday,
I'm on
Crusher.
fire.
About words. Thoroughly deserved a nice couple of days. Yeah. For everyone.
All right, that's Miami done and dusted. Appreciate you tuning in and hope you enjoyed seeing what's going on behind the scenes. If you did enjoy, hit the like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you fancy it. Always good to hear from you guys, and loads of you have been asking how I feel like before races, so I've thrown a link down below with all my macros and meals from the race weekend. Go have a look. Catch you in the next one.